Hello, this is just a quick guide to the Mars Battleground Grandmaster Nightfall. This Grandmaster Nightfall has anti-barrier and unstoppable champions. Also has solar threat, which means you take more damage from solar enemies, so I'd recommend solar resist mods if you have them. Also this week we're doing it on solar and strand surge week. However, you might be doing it on a different week when there's void surge. If it's different, I'd recommend running different like heavy weapons to get your bonus damage from matching the surge. I'm using a Starfire Protocol Well of Radiance Warlock with Wish Ender for anti-barrier, the Glaive for unstoppable, and a solar linear. We have Reops using a similar build with Starfire Protocol Warlock, and he's using double special with a machine gun because you do get more heavy ammo when you're using double special, and the machine gun does do a great job at taking care of the wizards in the boss room, and the Witherhoard for dealing boss damage. Frozen is using a Strand Titan, which is fantastic for crowd control with all the suspend, especially on the Bind Leap exotics, using Xenophage again for the wizards, and a Blinding GL. The reason I'm using a Glaive is it's really handy for getting the boss's aggro and also not dying to the boss, because the Glaive shield is very strong and can tank quite a lot of damage, but there is a bit of a trick to make sure that you don't die from his attacks, so I'll teach you that when we get to the boss room. For the start here though, we do go take care of the right zone first. The reason we do that is we want to take care of the Quirist, the Acolyte that spawns that has a ton of health. Bungie will be lowering his health in a patch coming next week, I believe. So if you are watching this in the future, it might be a lot weaker than it is today. There might be some other changes as well, making it a bit easier than it is. However, I believe most of the strategies we use here will be standard across in future weeks. If a lot does change and strategies do change, I will be recording another guide next week if need be though. But for the start, we're going to go over to A zone here. As soon as you break the gunk covering the tower is when the Acolyte spawns. So we're just going to get into position first on the back before we kill the gunk.
Guardian, I need those cleared so I can tap into the network.
So the Acolyte spawns from the door back here. So we're just going to come over here. Don't have to kill everything. Ads will just respawn later anyway. But then we're going to take the gunk out. You'll see where the Acolyte spawns. Comes out of the door there. Now Frozen's got the suspend, keeps him in the air, makes him easy to kill. Should be finishable. Reason you want to spawn kill him is you do not want the Shriekers and the other stuff to spawn. Also gives overshields and things like that to the other enemies. Now when defending the tower, you don't actually have to stand on top of the tower. You'll see us in all of them, we're not actually going to stand on top of it at all. All you have to do is keep the enemies away from it. So any of those enemies that get the red target above them, they're the enemies that you have to take out. We're also going to have two unstoppable champions that we want to deal with. Pushing Frozen right now. Go over to Frozen to help him out. Again, we don't need to kill every single enemy or stand into the zone, we just need to kill any of the enemies with that red target above them, and you'll see the capture zone continue to increase. Because the ads do just continue to spawn. So you do want to try and focus on safety and where you're standing is a safe spot to not die, versus standing on the zone and trying to tank all the enemies in the face. So you can see, A zone's been captured. Big boss will spawn as well. You can see in the back there. He'll go towards B. We're actually going to go towards C next, so we can actually skip one of the champions by going to C. Usually you get an unstoppable champion if you do C last, but if we go here first, we can actually skip that unstoppable champion. He won't spawn, so you'll still get platinum for it. So again, we don't need to stand on the zone, we just need to keep the enemies off the zone. So we're going to just stand up here. try and keep the enemies away. We can use our supers, our wells and stuff like that to defend it. But the zone starts progressing as soon as we get rid of the gunk. Gotta be careful of the enemies down to our bottom left that are spawning. The better you are at the ad clear, the more enemies just eventually spawn anyway, because all the enemies just keep respawning. So that's why the main thing you want to do is make sure none of them are capturing the zone. If the zone finishes, that's the faster you can leave. Now the well's about to run out, so in the top line. Again, we just want to keep them away from the middle. You can hear Reops' machine guns doing great work, clearing the zone. Put Weather Horde down on it as well. Got to be careful because the well's about to run out. Watch out for the Axion darts, they're hitting a lot. But the zone just finished capturing anyway, so we're good. Now all that's left is Zone B. Personally, I prefer the other angle for Zone B coming from spawn. We're going to try from this angle. There will be that big knight alive as well. See him on the far right there. So we might want to try and take him out first. Come back here, we might be able to get a good angle on him. Now we can go up and take this angle now and defend B from over here. We've got good cover and we'll have another anti-barrier champion that spawns as well during this phase. Yeah, we don't need to stand on the zone again. We can just stand back here. Just make sure none of the enemies get on it once it starts. Now we're over here, frozen. Barrier, also have an unstopped back there as well. Enemies are pushing you too much again, you can just run back. We have quite a lot of the anti-barriers and unstopps back there. Well's about to run out as well. Move back now. Oh, we got re-up as well. Go. Alright, the zone's finished.
Grabbing you a laser core for the gunk.
Now when we get inside we do have to defend the ghost. However, again if you're getting overrun by enemies you want to go to a safe spot. I find the safest spot is to come up here on the side. You do have to be careful sometimes. Enemies do spawn up here, but up here will probably be safer than anywhere else. So we're going to try and hold this zone. We're going to use our supers to do so. Kill any of the enemies that are trying to get too close. But again, if we're in danger, we're just going to run up the stairs to our right. got a well, so I'll pop it when it's starting to get a bit too dangerous. The enemy's getting a bit close. We're going to get some champions that spawn as well. You can already see, I think there was a champion back there. Yep, got anti-barrier unstopped already, so I'm going to pop my well. Spot's dead. The anti-barrier already getting melted as well. You can pick up those little nodes to make it progress a little faster to scan, but it can be dangerous to go out in the middle of all the ads, so better off sometimes just to leave them if they're not right in front of you. Well's about to run out. And another unstop that just spawned. Just a normal knight charging us. Now the unstop comes left. So I'm gonna get him up there. Melt him down. And we still have Frozen Strand Super, that can help keep the enemies away as well. So we're getting pushed too much. Going to use that. Because the suspend on the Strand Super, even just Strand in general, is so good for the crowd control, as you can see. We have another anti-barrier on the left, and the big ogre.
I got two
Frozen dead, I
greens.
do have my well, luckily.
Bunch of arc shots on me.
Our hack's about to finish anyway. Luckily we got the champion dead already, so we're not going to lose plat. So even with that guy despawning, it's fine.
Open sesame.
And Frozen went a bit far forward there.
Yeah, I did.
There is a heavy brick outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna get heavy.
Oh, we never picked up the chest.
It's individual, so it doesn't matter when you pick it up. It's just
I think it's
to
the
remember.
timer though, if one person picks it up, isn't it?
no. Is there a timer on it?
No, no timer.
No timer, I'm full anyway.
Yeah.
Does it still give you super? I think it gave you super
No.
last season, doesn't it?
No, that was with the upgrade, so just ammo.
Yep. And now for the most dangerous part of the strike.
Perimeter towers ahead are back online and
The
reading you
lasers.
as hostile.
Back here.
Mind your steps.
Guardian down.
Called it. So you do want to try and be careful through the lasers because you're going to get a lot of deaths here. So try and make safe jumps. You can try, I don't think you can go under that one, so you just gotta have to try and jump
Yeah,
through
you
the
can
middle.
go under that.
Here, you can either slide under or just crawl under. This one's really sketchy, because if you hit your head too much or you don't make it, you can hit your ankles on the ground.
Eyes
Try
up,
and just
Guardian.
like jump through it like that.
Disappeared for me when I jumped over.
You're gonna be careful from the tower.
Stay
The way
hidden,
I do it
Guardian.
is I go behind these boxes here, wait for my timer to go away, and then usually that ship is blocking the tower, so you can quickly make it up here. Then as you drop down, again you can use this box here as cover. You just got to be careful of the knights on your right. As you jump up here, there is a shortcut that you can take on the right hand side, jumping up here. It doesn't mantle, you do have to be kind of careful on the jump. But if you can make it up here, and there's like an invisible wall and stuff as well, so you kind of want to probably practice it if you can on a normal first. Invisible wall above your head there as well, but eventually you can kind of come along here and make it up. It's not really that worth. If you're going to screw it up, just go the normal way. It's not that bad the normal way, but you do just skip the laser tower if it's a danger to you. But if you're not used to doing that skip, it's probably easier just to go the normal way so you don't screw it up. As we get up here, there's going to be some more champs as well, anti-barrier
Moving back to a
ones.
holding pattern. Good luck.
First anti-barrier will spawn down here. Got another one behind up there. Alright, now when we get inside, there's no enemies on the right side, on that laser on the right, so we're just going to go pick that one up twice, and the one above here.
If at first you don't succeed,
So the one up here,
try again.
we just need to jump up and grab it. There's enemies way down there though, you want to be careful of the sniper and stuff like that on the right. All we need to do is climb up here.
In a future patch, you only need 2, I'm pretty sure.
And laser these, yeah. In the future patch, I think they're making it weaker. But where Frozen is, he's going to grab that one and come back and shoot these. You do need 3 to open the door though, but here's how it works. If you go down there, I mean you could try and kill, there's like a big yellow bar enemy down there. Can't see it, that it's a yellow bar, but it is. So you could just go down there if you wanted to, or this is super easy. The one that Frozen uses respawns, so you can just come down and get it again when it respawns. You can see it's charging. There's no need to play it dangerous with the other ads. Just come grab it. They're just keeping the ads away to make it safe. Yeah, in a future patch you might only need 2 to open the door, and then yeah, just use that one and the one on the right. As you can see, pretty easy.
Secure what we can of Charlemagne Guardian and slip away
Always pick that up even if I'm full ammo already. Just have it. Alright, for this part here, I'm going to be using the glaive to try and bait the boss, as you'll see, while the other 2 deal with the ads and try and do some damage on the boss when they can. The ads are the most dangerous part here, the wizards. Super dangerous. You're going to be really careful of them. Just looking at you. Chasing after Riops. You can jump over his head, like Riops just did. It's a little scary. Yeah, I'll show you why I'm using a glaive, basically. When he spawns back in, he attacks me. So the glaive shield is just really, really strong. You can tank his attacks. Now you do have to hold backwards though when you do it, because if he hits you behind the shield, it actually does do some damage. But as you can see, it's quite safe. And it allows my teammates to focus on the ads and then also do some boss damage when they can. This is the same kind of strategy I used on Lightblade. If you watch my Lightblade guide, makes these types of bosses very safe to deal with, because they are otherwise very dangerous. See, I didn't hold backwards there, he got me past the shield, so that's the dangerous part you want to watch out for. That was me definitely just showing that on purpose. Looks like he's disappearing though, so the team will be able to get the res.
So
yeah, that's what not to do. Now I do have to charge my glaive again after dying. Either find some ads or you can just charge it on the boss. Yeah, holding backwards makes it safe. Yeah, it was my bad for standing still. I got punished for it. Yeah, there is a cheese spot in the column up here as well, but the problem with that cheese spot, only one person realistically fits well in it. Where Frozen is up there, and while the bots can't shoot you, the other ads can. So, it's a safe spot, but only safe for one person, and it kind of leaves your teammates dry as well. Riops is now solo ad clearing if Frozen's up there, so I don't really like that spot for that reason. You'll probably see a lot of people talk about the cheese spot, but I I don't think it's actually as effective as people make it out. There we go. Boss is at half health. We're going to get the ads spawning. The boss starts to walk really slowly around now. And we do get the champs as well. The boss definitely isn't as dangerous as he was because he's moving quite slowly, but still kind of have to be careful of him. Got the anti-barrier in the middle. Yeah, the wizards are, again, very dangerous. Want to be careful of them. The knights also can do a lot of damage. So the ad clear here is very important. We get some more special on up here. I got the boss come out the stairs. Real, still left. Watch out. Don't want to be standing here. I'm going to start collecting some of the balls. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the boss so I can keep my teammates safe. Again, I'm the one focusing on him. He's just in the middle. I'll try and draw him away. I'm letting my teammates do a lot of the collecting of the balls and killing the ads. I'm trying to bait the boss around quite a bit to make it safe for them. Obviously there's no knight over here, so kind of using this corner a bit now. It's safer for me to stand here while they're taking care of the rest.
One more
back
needed.
there. They only need to deposit one more though. Gotta be careful of the wizards. Still got the boss down there. You two should work together on the same one. Frozen's got one.
Yeah, there's one over here.
Just keeping the boss distracted while they take care of this guy. Go. Boss is right here, careful. Boss still on me. The boss shield's going down now. I still have a lot of the ads up I want to be careful of, but I'm going to be doing a similar thing with the boss, where I'm just going to keep baiting him while my teammates are taking care of the ads.
Probably just best to stay towards the front of the room as well.
The boss is right on the stairs below you. He's
Yeah.
disappeared. He'll appear again.
No more ads really.
There he is. Alright. Try and turn him around so I can crit him. I heard some wizards spawn. Again. Looking at you guys. Go. Boss is nearly dead, but it's still more important to be careful of the ads. Again, wizards can beam you. Come down here, we can probably kill him. Got a well. We're just gonna run at us. A shot. GG's.
That is not as difficult as I thought.
You should get less ads in the boss room as well after the patch next week. So if you're watching this next week, hi, how's the future? And hopefully the boss room's actually a lot easier as well, because you might get less enemies than we had. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
Rasputin chose to stand with us.
Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more. And thanks to our channel members Matt Smolik for the continued support.